Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another ToyHax review. As you can see, the ToyHax labels that are presented before you are going to be for Kingdom Galvatron and Origin's Bumblebee. And I did get a chance to see a review on this by Patriot Prime, and I have to say, they were awesome. I mean, the way it all got presented and everything, I mean, wow. I mean, with Galvatrons, they're on this foil backing, very, very shiny, but at the same time, you know, very reflective as well. Very like this a lot. Now, of course, there's this one on a much more duller scale, and this is for, yeah, it just says labels. So I'm going to be going back and forth between the ToyHax, the ToyHax site, just to make sure I got these, placed on there correctly. And of course, for Bumblebee, you see, you know, decals for his windshield and stuff, as well as a lot of dots on here. Now, of course, you know, definitely going to be taking a look at where those are going to go. And I know I keep on bumping into it. My arms are not that long, but of course you see a lot of decals for certain areas. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at each figure before and after. Alright, now here we have Galvatron before you, unadorned with no labels whatsoever. And this is a good figure right off the bat. I mean, for anyone that has seen my review of him previously, you can tell, you know, I was really gushing about his robot mode. Now you see a lot of good molded detail. He also has his third-party weapon that I got from TF Safari. And I mean, take a look at that. Very, very nice. Got no complaints about him whatsoever. Of course, you know, he can always stand for improvement, which is why we'll be revisiting this figure another time, because I did went ahead and invest in another upgrade kit, which will include a upgrade to a spoiler back here, some new foot pads, and I think a chain. Oh yeah, a chain to properly hold the matrix that he comes with. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, the plastic one is cool, but I mean, let's face it, we all like to be able to see that. Which reminds me of another upgrade set that I did see on pre-order, which also includes updates for the hands, so he can be able to hold that. So we'll see what happens. But nonetheless, we're actually focusing on the ToyHax labels. So here you have the figure before. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what he looks like after. Alright, there is Galvatron, all labeled up and ready to do some damage. Now, he's not completely labeled, mind you. He did have, and I'm going to show off the sticker details first. Well, so we're going to go ahead and do a zoom in. And here you have his face, which has that little red label right there. And he's got some now chromed out or reflective eyes that really catch the light very nicely. He also has some red decals here on his shoulders and on top right there. In addition, he does have some silver and gray labels there. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a bit. Oop, I said zoom. Out. There we go. Now, he does have a new Decepticon symbol right there, which replaces the stamped one that he had. He also has some rather reflective type of red along his abs here. Now, along the belt buckle, there was supposed to be a red label, but that one did not stick on. I was having a lot of problems trying to get that on there, and unfortunately it went inside this little crack. I have yet to be able to get that out, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and either order another set or contact ToyHax to see if they can just give me a couple of the ones that just disappeared on me. In addition, he has some gray highlights here. He also has a dark square here and here. I may wind up getting a full set because it does show this little gray symbol also being back here. Oops, back over here. So I may go ahead and do that. Now he does have this great looking decal for his Canon, which just wraps around. Now, in the instructions, because I did go by the website, it does recommend that you do heat it up to make the sides warp, because there's a lot of curvature on this Canon. So you may do that. I did not do that, but nonetheless, I really like how it turned out. Now, there's a little bit of wrinklage over here, but you know what? I'm not going to worry too much about it. And then, of course, you got that little end right there. Very nice. It's a lot better improvement than the shitty paint job that it had. Oh my god, that was horrible. Alright. Now, in addition, you have labels that go along his sides here as well as here. You also have some red reflective kneecaps on him. I'm going to try to focus that. There we go, right there. Along his shins, which I really like. Now, there were some decals that go along the sides here and here. But as I stated in earlier in the review, I am getting that third-party upgrade set, which gives him new foot pads and a new back spire. So I want to wait on putting on those labels until those come in. Now, I am looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out. So when I do the upgrade review for that, you'll see the excuse me. You'll also see the remainder of the ToyHax labels on there. Now, one thing I did not do, and you'll probably see that in a moment when I go ahead and do the review for the Canon Mode, is one of his weapons that shows the Revenge. There is a sticker set on there. Come on, focus. There you go. Now, the reason why I didn't put that on there is because I wanted to go ahead and see about just painting that. Come on, focus, blast it. Oh, for God's sake, seriously? Anyway, so there he is. And oh yeah, also forgot there is some reflective chrome decals along his neck piece there. Very nice. Now, I did in addition to looking through ToyHax, I did go through and reviewed or I should say looked over Patriot Prime's video about that. Now, he recommends taking the head off, because there is a screw there, just pop it off and then apply the stickers on there. I did not do that. I just went ahead and just, you know, placed them in there. Now, of course, naturally, you know, it's always best to, you know, use, you know, your simple tools from ToyHax. You know. Oh, for God's sake. What is wrong with my focus on this? See? There we go. Anyway. So, it's always good to have your basic tools around to help you with that. But other than that, I like the labels. I mean, don't get me wrong. This really makes this figure pop even more. Now, there were certain labels I did not bother with putting on, such as the labels for under his flank over here on either side. They were cool looking. I just didn't see the appeal on that. So, also there was a there was a funny little label that let me see if I can find it on here. I thought I saw it at one point, and it was a label that stated, you know, copyright of Unicron or something. Ah, there it is. Okay, so it was this little thing here. See, so you put that on the inside. It's all cool and everything, but yeah, that was kind of like so I didn't bother with that. But you know, other than that, you know, there's also a few labels on here that I did not put on because, number one, I didn't see, you know, in the instructions where they would go, and that would be, I'm gonna try and focus again. Come on, focus, thank you. These little blue ones here, where my thumb is at, I have no idea where those went to. This section right here, I did not know where those go to. The yellow one, I think that's an alternate bumper sticker. These yellow pieces, I'm not exactly sure where they go. I reviewed the label instructions on that. Also, these lined deals, not exactly sure. I'm thinking that has to go to the front of the Nemesis. Now, these, I believe they go somewhere on either on the Canon or somewhere in Canon Mode. So I'm going to take a look at those as I continue on. But I think I babbled on along enough for this mode. So give me a moment and I will show off Canon Mode before and after. Now there he is in Canon Mode, and I have to say, you know, originally, you know, when I reviewed him, I had mixed feelings, honestly. I think I was just downright down on this mode, mostly because the bottom pieces just was not connected. It definitely wasn't like the OG one version, and I understand that. But it just felt loose along the legs. It has since then kind of grown on me. I think it was just the way it was transformed that it kind of felt loose to me. But it is a solid figure, and as you can tell, a lot of good molded detail. This portion here, I just was not fond of, as you may remember. But not too bad. I'm really looking forward to seeing how the labels will enhance this mode. So there's the Canon before. Let's go ahead and take a look at it after. And here he is after the ToyHax enhancement. And I have to say, I am very, very impressed with how the labels make this figure pop. Certain areas that really needed it was especially around the Canon, that paint job that Hasbro had done, they could have done a hell of a lot better. Instead, it was just really, for lack of a better term, it was just really shitty. Let's face it. You know it, I know it, they know it. And of course, you know, you have this little nub right here. I'm going to show that to you for those that didn't see it the first time. And certain decals like this one here really need a good hairdryer, you know, heat applied on there, because it does curve. You want that to curve evenly. I didn't do that with mine. That's just me. That's the chance I took, and it worked out for me. No big deal. Now, of course, in addition to that, you have these reflective labels along the top portion as well as on the side here. Very nice. You got these labels here, here, and here along the treads, and up front here. Now, in addition, you also, which pretty much carries over from robot mode, that reflective panel here along the sides of the thighs and on this section here. I'm going to extend that out more of the back strut there. Now, normally you would also see, carrying over from robot mode, some lines here and here. However, as I stated earlier, I am waiting for an upgrade set, which includes, you know, a new look for his feet. So I'm waiting for those to come in before I put those labels on. And I'm trying to see where else there is that I need to check out. Oh yes, and then of course the purple labels here. I'm going to show that off to you. Very, very nice. I like that. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, there were some labels that I'm not familiar with, and so I went on YouTube and I reviewed or looked over Patriot Prime's review of this, and these labels I didn't see, you know, indicated. Now this yellow one I did see, and that's for his belt buckle underneath, which I really didn't like the yellow. I prefer the red, but it got lost in the body. And of course this is for the Nemesis, which I'm gonna probably apply later on, but I want to definitely do a paint job on there. But other than that, that is a very, very good, you know, look on there. It really enhances the figure a lot. I really cannot say much more about this. So, if you don't mind, give me a moment to go ahead and transform him back into robot mode. Well, now we got one more label set to review, and that's going to be Origins Bumblebee. So give me a moment, and I'll bring him right out. Alright, now here is Origins Bumblebee, and straight out of the box, I mean, wow, you know, he is pretty impressive looking. You know, very similar in his G1 animation style. There were some slight differences, as you can see, you know, and I did go over this in my original review of the figure, so I'm not going to stay too long on that. But I mean, you can tell right off the bat, he's not, you know, he's pretty cool looking. He's got that, I kept him with that little jetpack on him, you know, pretty panelly. But again, I reviewed all this originally, so just wanted to go ahead and show off a before image of him before I started going ahead and put the labels on him. So there is Origins Bumblebee before. Let's go ahead and take a look at him after. And here is after, and wow, I have to say the labels for this mode just really bring out the figure. So I'm going to bring it closer. You're going to take a look at the windshield on his chest there. You know, originally they were all painted, you know, blue and everything, but these windshields really just bring it out more. He's got a new Autobot logo on his chest, right on his waist or below his waist. You got that little triangle. Along his knees, you have like some sort of external panels there. By his ankles, you have the, you know, some reflective blue type of deal. You also have blue reflective sticker right there on his shoulders, as well as beforehand there was like the metal pins and stuff. Now you got these little black dots that cover that. In addition, on the inside of the forearm, you see that as well. And I did that for both sides of the shoulders as well as the elbows. Now, the fun part is a lot of the stickers in that you'll see in vehicle mode are going to be showing off here as well. On here, on this side, along the sides as well. In addition, you have his backpack, which breaks up that whole monotony on there. You got some gray stripings here, some details for the rocket pack, the Autobot symbol here, and on the other side, you know, some yellow applications there. And I have to say, this makes this figure a whole hell of a lot better now. Don't get me wrong, he was pretty cool, you know, I like him and everything, but the sticker applications just really, for lack of a better term, I know I use this a lot, but it makes it pop even more so. So, excuse me, give me a moment to go ahead and get him into vehicle mode, and let's check out the before and after. Alright, there he is in his hovercraft mode, you know, and you know, very round and sleek, very much like his G1 counterpart. As I've already stated before, I have reviewed him, so I won't touch too much upon, you know, certain issues I've had with the with his vehicle mode. But very nice. But I do have to say though, it is kind of plain. Just an overabundance of yellow. I mean, I do see the little windscreen here, or the wind visor, that breaks up the monotony there, the Autobot symbol and the little grill in the front. But that's pretty much about it. There's not a whole lot on there. But then again, for anyone that's ever seen the original G1 series, there wasn't a whole lot of detail, you know, for this vehicle mode, other than what was already drawn on there. So there he is in ship mode before. Now let's check out after. Alright, and there he is labeled up, and honestly, these stickers did help break up the monotony of this massive yellow futuristic Cybertronian vehicle. I mean, look at the reflective windshield he's got now. That is very nice. Don't get me wrong, I like the clear one as well, but this brings it to a whole new level. The new Autobot logo, as you can tell, very, very nice here. In addition, on the sides, he's got, you know, some very nice blue striped highlighted areas here on this side and on the back here. Very, very nice. And of course, you got these two external panels that just definitely breaks it up. I mean, don't get me wrong, this was a cool vehicle mode, but these labels really helped out a lot in, like I said, in breaking up the monotony of this. Now, the cherry on top, though, is what's back here, and that's those little highlighted thrusters back here on either side of them. Very, very nice. I really like that add-on there. So, I'll take one final look as he is, and just give me a moment to go ahead, put him back into robot mode, and I'll give you my final thoughts as well as my score for this particular set. Now, As I stated before throughout the review, the sticker applications for this set really make this figure pop even more so. It adds on new detail to certain areas that at one point I really didn't think it would help, but it really does. Such as, the little circles that cover up the pegs and everything else. Awesome. And it brings out more character, gives more character to the figure itself. So I really love this set. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this set a 9. And as a matter of fact, where did he go? Oh my god. Really? Oh, there he is. Okay. So, in addition to Bumblebee, because I had reviewed Galvatron originally, so... And I'm going to go ahead and do whiten the... There we go, right there. And that is an interesting look right there. So for both sets, for both Bumblebee as well as Galvatron, I'm going to go ahead and give them both a 9. It is a great set. There were some issues, especially with Galvatron in certain areas. Like I said, it's a good set. I cannot say enough about it. So, both sets definitely deserve a high 10, right? Well, they deserve a 10, but I'm going to give them a 9 because of certain issues. But other than that, wow. I have to ask you all though, have you gotten a set for both Galvatron as well as Bumblebee? And if so, did you like them? Did you hate them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Now with the Christmas season, or I should say with Christmas coming around in the next couple of days, I just wanna wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Whatever you celebrate during this Yuletide season, enjoy it. Be safe. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.